Let's try it this way. So, we see the 4 houses. So Cancers, you got to be aware, okay? All right. Oh, the energy of the devil in the 5th house. So there is going to be an end to some sort of a friendship. Whatever is happening and transpiring, there's definitely going to be some sort of an ending to some sort of a friendship. All right. Whatever is happening and transpiring, be aware of this in the month of August. Yeah, people always have problems, friendship on vacation ending. Okay, so there is going to be some sort of a judgment call. Virgos, be aware of this because there's going to be a judgment call. Librans, we see the energy of the magician, so it's going to be a very positive month. Whatever you Librans are thinking about doing, it is a yes, go right ahead. The energy of the Fool, the Scorpions, you have a new start if you want it. There's a new start that is going to be coming in for Scorpions. Sagittarians and Ophiuchus, we have the energy of the Tower for you. This energy of the Tower has to do with, because you're in the 9th house, so your spirit guides and angels want to change something that is going on, okay? Oh, the energy of the cosmos. Oh, this is wonderful. All right, so with the energy of the cosmos, this is in the house of the Capricorns. So actually, this is going to be positive, Capricorns. You have your own frequency and energy in the 10th house, so that is good. Yeah, the Hangman. I told you, Aquarians. I told you, Aquarians, that is not dealing with their, that is using their egos and is not dealing with clearing their karma. Aquarians, you're going to be having problems because things are going to be so released to you that you have to take a look at yourself, okay? So Aquarians, I did say that you were going to be having some sort of an issue. All right, so the star, Pisces, congratulations. Congratulations to the Librans, the Pisces, and the Scorpions, okay? All right, so ladies and gentlemen, and turn over, I told you, secrecy, the High Priestess. So the High Priestess, which is your fairy godmothers, your intuition, that teaches you, that advise you of things that you need to basically be careful about. So your fairy godmother is coming in, that is that angels and guide within that speak to you in order to advise you how to protect yourself, okay? So yeah, there has to be, and whenever the High Princess comes up, the High Princess comes up because some of us don't want to face the things that we need to work on as a person, okay? And when we don't do that, that is when we go against our intuition, okay? That's when we call going against our intuition. And as we go against our intuition, this is it. All right? So whenever our intuition advises of something and we go against our intuition, but you have to be aware of who you are as a person, where you are on your journey. Are you still in the 3-dimension or you're in the 4-dimension, okay? Because it has a lot to do. If you're in the 3-dimension, that is going to be an ego base. So that's not your intuition, okay? That is this energy frequency working. Warlocks and witches, dark witches, because not all witches are bad. They will use their intuition. They will basically try to revitalize the status of being with people, okay? So that's sort of a witch's energy, okay? So we think about the warlocks, okay? People with the disabilities, socialization disabilities, that sort of a thing. Okay, so you can't listen because that is going to be the ego speaking to you. Okay, so in Tarot, we have different frequency, different energies. Okay, so these are the major arcana. These are the helpers. All right, so these are major. So whatever that is major is going to be coming up in your life, or if you are getting a reading, or you, yeah. And once that energy comes up major in your life, is something that you need to work on. And if it's in the reverse, that means you're not working on whatever that is supposed to be worked on. Okay, I hope you guys can see this now. Yeah, this is the reason why I wanted higher, is because then you guys can see all of the card. I'm gonna figure out, but these are the decks that we're going to be using. All right, so the energy of this month is some sort of awakening. I thought, more or less. Okay, it's about, yeah, new information could be coming out worldwide for people. Okay, whenever this comes up, but this is about awakening. So this is about new information, something that people were not aware of. This is going to be known. So it could be worldwide, that governments are going to be advising you guys of something. And this one is extremely good because this is the energy of the magician. The magician is the yes card, and it's about luck. This is the no card, but it's in reverse. So it's about information that was held, kept from humanity, is going to be told. Okay, so something is going to be coming out. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, didn't want to get into it, but because we're in the month of August. So, the prediction that they predicted for the month of August, 12th of August, is that for 1 minute, we're going to be losing gravity on the earth. Okay. It's not true. Okay. But if you are a little bit, yeah, about if, you know, what should you do? Stay home. If you lose gravity in your house, then you just go to the ceiling and then you drop back on the bed. Okay, so it's going to be happening on the 12th. It's yeah, they predicted it. I am not predicting it, so let's be clear about that because it's not true. Okay. The thing about it is that NASA saw something, and then people start predicting these things. But you see, with all the prediction is because these people, the lady who predicted that alien is going to be coming at the World Cup and take 700 people, it didn't happen. Okay, and she is not wrong because it doesn't have to be in this dimension. All right, it could be in another dimension. We live in different dimensions. Okay, some people can see through the veil, some people cannot. As you become very open and as you are vegetarian, look at how vegetarian people are. They can see through the veil of illusion. So it was predicted, but it's not going to be, because we are not, you know, they lied to humanity saying that we were orbit in the solar system and we go around in circles with the planet and that sort of a thing. It's BS. It's not true. We live in a sort of a cocoon. It's on the earth. It velvet. The interstarlet tunnels to get into the earth is from the water, and there are special countries that have yeah, well, we call them international tunnels, or tunnels to get to different dimension. There is just so much I'd love to tell you guys. I just think that humanity should wake up, okay? Because CERN in Switzerland is shut down now. Whatever they're doing, repair or whatever, can't go in that. Okay. So things is a little bit balanced at this moment, okay? But this thing on the 12th of August, if you don't feel to go to work, stay home and work, okay? If it happens, it is better to sit. If you go up in, because you lose gravity, that means when the Earth lose gravity, your everything is going to be floating up in the air. So it is better that you just stay at home. If this start to happen, lay down in your bed. If you float up in the air, you fall back on your bed, so you're not going to break anything, okay? But they predicted it's not going to happen, all right? We see further in dimension and timeline. So about this big prediction, because a lot of people are like talking about the lady, but it was not for this dimension, okay? The thing about it with when we see things, we call it view. We can view the future, the past. Yeah, you can view something, but not look in to see what dimension is it. There are multiple dimensions. Okay, there are stellar gateways on this planet, and I can give you one example. Just one example, because I don't want to get deeper into things. I kind of recognize on this planet, is this better to play stupid and dumb to be smart. But one thing, there are interstellar gateways. What we call interstellar gateways is that these gateways, when you walk through them, they're a portal that can take you to different dimensions, okay, and different solar system. All right. There is a lot that has been hidden from you guys, because there are certain groups of people that wants to keep you and your eyes closed. So this is why I don't give out a lot of information again. I wrote my book. Everything is basically in the book. The book is 700 and something pages. So go check out my book. If you really is interested in the metaphysic world, okay, go check out the book. I always put it in the videos, so you can just use my website. Go check out the book. Books are sold on all digital bookstore, okay, because I self-publish it. That I didn't see coming up. They would advise me. I went back and remote view. It's not going to be happening in this dimension, okay? Sometimes people who remote view because they're amazed, okay? Because I wish that everyone would wake up and everyone third eye would open, or everyone gifts would be activated, in order for you to understand how powerful you are as a person. Okay, you don't need any enhancement or whatever. You just have to eat good, be kind, pure heart, and a clean hands, and things will come to you. Honestly, people, that's how I live my life. You know, I have no heart towards another person, animosity. I might not have an opinion about you. I have no hate. I have no jealousy. So when you live with purity of heart, you're going to be seeing how your life really changed. This is why I wrote the book, Unveiling the Illusion. Okay, because you're basically, you live in an illusion and you were taught illusion. But each and every person is a little god or goddesses. Okay. So, okay, I can go for hours with this. I just think that humanity must be able to can think for themselves. Okay. We're not floating in space, okay, around the solar system, as they say, and not this planetary system sit behind us, and not that. No, we're sitting on a couple, and there are stellar gateways through the seas, the oceans, And the ice wall, finally, they speak the truth about the ice wall. Finally, people can show the reason why we can't go to the South Pole is because it's a stellar gateway. Then when we look at Iran, there is the 10th stellar gateway on this planet. Okay. Wherever you see war in the world, it is not only about oil, it's about something much higher. Okay. So the 10th stellar gateway is in Iran. This is why this war is going on. Has nothing to do with oil. Because if the world lose oil tomorrow, there will be another way. There's already cars that can drive on water that they don't want to manufacture. There is already electric car, which I would not advise. The reason why is because you are energy and electricity is oak energy. Okay. You got to understand things. Okay. A lot of people are not very smart. You got to think out of the box. You got to go look at things for yourself. You got to start questioning things. Okay. So, 12 August is not going to happen, but if you don't feel like being outside, stay home. If anything happen and you can get your bed is the safest way, because when we lose gravity, we're going to be floating up in the air. So once you lay on your bed and it happens, if it happens, I don't think it's not going to be in this dimension because I've remote view it. Okay. Then you go to the ceiling, and then when it changes, because it's just for 1 minute. And when it changes, everything falls back on the earth and fall back on the planet. So because gravity comes down. Okay. When you lose gravity, you go up. And when the gravity come back down, then you go down. Best thing is to be in your bed. So if you're someone that knows and is aware and you're watching these things, it's not happening in this dimension, but if it does happen, you need to be on your bed. That's the safest place. Okay? Because if the bed is going up, you're going up with the bed. When it's come down, you're going to be falling on the bed. Okay? There is just so much things, but I just don't want to get into certain things because I'm recognizing not liking what I'm seeing for the first week, but it's kind of good, but it's kind of devastating. So if you look, first week we are having the devil, death, but the ending. So this is good. And an abrupt tower moment. So something is definitely going to be ending. Okay, so it's the beginning of August. So check out the last week, which is going to be of July. But whatever is ending, okay, the devil, it was a friend. For some of you, it could have been illegal practices in countries like criminal organization that is going down. Okay, because this is just big energy. So obviously there could be something that was going on worldwide, and they're going to be taking this down. Okay, and the reason why devil is in the house of pleasure. Okay, criminal activity is pleasure for people. So there can be also a narcissistic fall. Okay, and what we call the narcissistic fall is when the narcissistic recognize that they are being exposed. Okay, who carries the frequency and the energy of the fifth house? It's the fifth house, and that is the energy of the Leo. Now, the beginning of the month is the Leo. As we get to the second week, that is also the Leo. The third week is going to be Virgos. Okay, so the Leo readings is already out for all zodiac signs. Go check it out. What is so beautiful about this reading is that whatever this negative energy was, it is going down. Okay, whatever that negative energy is and was, it is going to go down. Okay, it's going to come to an end because we have debt and we have, so obviously this could be huge. Yeah, some sort of a criminal, huge criminal, international, it could be some sort of an international criminal situation that was going on that is going to be affecting many countries, that is going to come to an end. Okay, I would have hoped for the war to stop with the energy of the tower, because this is a Mars in Aries, which is war. Okay, and luckily, I think the devil is not in the upright, because it could be nuclear. Okay, it could, but apparently there is divine intervention. It's going to be shut down. Okay, this is about war. So it could be conflicts between you and another person if it's in your personal reading. But this is war. Okay, and it could be that if they were planning on shooting the Nuki, it's not going to be happening. That it's going to be ending. Okay, because they're going to shut it down, the energy of the devil. So if they were thinking about like blowing off a Nuki, it's not going to be happening, because I already know it's not going to be happening in this year. Okay. All right. So when we look at the second week, also the frequency of Leo. So that is a frequency of 5. Okay. Leos have the frequency of 5, 6, and 7. If you are higher, it's going to be positive in the 2 first weeks. So when we look at the Pisces, the Sagittarian, the Ophiuchus, the Virgos, and the Geminis, it's going to be really positive. The second week is very beautiful because we see money in the second house. Okay, so when the Chariot comes up, is always yes. So whatever you're doing, if you are thinking about doing investment, do it in the second week of August. All right, if you're definitely planning on doing investment. Now, if you invest in August, bet your bottom dollar that it is going to be bringing you a lot of abundance. Okay, and it's going to be stable. It's not going to be something that is going up and down. If you start also a new business in August, it's going to be good. Okay, especially in the second week, whatever you're trying to do business wise or entrepreneur wise, it's going to be doing it in the month of August. Okay, I don't know how long you guys have been following me, but I used to have this business channel, and this business channel, I used to do business reading, monthly business reading for all the Zodiac sign, where I used to advise people when to invest and when not to invest. Okay, but if you're thinking about doing any investment, the second week of August is going to be absolutely fab. Okay, when we look at the third week of August, we got to see how much masculinity. The third week is a very masculine week, but it is also a good week. Whatever you're doing, anything with legal practices, it's going to be good. Okay, and especially if you are a Capricorn, a Cancer, a Libran, or an Aries. Okay, it's going to be good. This Empress is in the third house. Okay, in the third week. Now, the Empress is about riches, abundance. Okay, this is the reason why behind every good businessman is a good woman. This woman is in the reverse, and it is in the third house in the third week, number 33. When we look at it at the spiritual side, spiritually is a divine empress that could be extremely stressed out, having health issue, that sort of a situation. It could also be married women or being stressed out. Okay. A lot of you, if you're married in the third week, you could be finding out that there was some sort of affairs in the third week. So be careful. Okay. Something is definitely going to be coming out. So we have the Hangman, which is her husband. They're both in the reverse. So when these two, frequency and energy, because this is your major energy, when you see these two, these husband and wife in the reverse, they're about your intuition. So you have masculine and feminine. Okay, so your intuition, like you have the masculine, the left hand side and the right hand side of your brain. Okay, what happened with these two when they're reversed? That means you need to face something that you are not facing. Okay, so a group of people need to face something that they're not facing. And this energy, Aquarians, it is going to be hitting you like a brick. So let's say that you're a person that is egotistic, of narcissistic, of a control freak. You're going to be facing yourself in the month of August in the third week. For some of you can be first week, second week, third week, but it's going to be affecting the Aquarians. This is the house of the Aquarians. Okay. So Aquarians, kind of brace yourself and kind of start working on yourself, because this is going to be affecting you. Okay. Which other house we need to talk about? Cancers. We're going to the fourth week. Fourth week, we have secrets. A lot of you are going to be walking away when the secrets comes out. Pisces, you're the only one that is going to be standing, because you're going to be really being the star of the show. So Pisces, this is an absolutely good month for you. I will tell you who are going to be having wonderful months. This month is going to be affecting. So there are secrets about a Cancer, secrets about, it can be Cancer, Capricorn, Aries, or Libran. It can be married people, because it's the house. So the fourth house is you yourself as a person. But it can somewhere where you live, somewhere where you work. So it's where you spend many hours. So the house is your soul also. Okay. So there is some sort of a secret that is going to be coming out, or some sort of a secret about a married woman, or a married woman is going to be finding out some sort of a secret. And it has to do with her husband basically traveling, going on work situation. So something is coming out, and a lot of you married ladies, because it's in the sixth house. Now, see, ladies and gentlemen, that's why I say the cards never lie. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the sixth house. The sixth house, awaken. Okay, 20, which is judgment. So something is going to be coming out about the house, or something in the house, or if you live with your family, but it has to do with the secret in the fourth house. Okay, so some sort of a family secret is going to be coming out, and it's going to be affecting people who live together. Okay, so it could be family secrets of your partner, family coming out, and that is going to be having an effect on your relationship. But there's some huge judgment call. Okay, it could have been incest in the family that is going to be coming out. This energy of the devil and judgment. Now the devil is in the house of the fifth house, which is passion. The fifth house is where you look for your pleasures. So it's about the house of passion, pleasure. Okay, so the fifth. This is why Aries, Leo people are like that. They're always going looking for the pleasure, the it, the new, the frequency, the new supplies. You know, they always want to be out there, and they always want to be. You have to know that and Leo is in the room. Okay. So whatever is going on, and this divine empress is going to be affecting Geminis, Virgos, Pisces, Sagittarians, and Ophiuchus. Okay. So think about it. These are married women that is going to be finding out something that happens in their house. Okay. And for some of you, you women are going to be finding out that your best friend and your partner could have had an affair, and it could have happened in your house. Okay. And that's kind of crazy because that kind of hits, and it hit hard. All right. So there is secrecy that you were not aware of, and it was secrecy that you were not aware of. A lot of you're going to be finding out something that your best friend said. You're right, because he came at me. He also, and it happened when you weren't there. That sort of a thing. Okay. So, good or bad first? Aries, something is definitely going to be coming to an end. Tauruses is going to be a brilliant month. You got to use all the frequency and energy in this month, Tauruses. And why, especially the first week of this month, Tauruses, is going to be amazing. Because you Tauruses and the Leos are the same frequency. So the first week for Leos, Tauruses, Scorpion, and Aquarian can be good. That's where your lucky time in this month. That's when you're going to be also feeling energetically good. When you get to the Virgo season, which that begins the 22nd of August, that's Virgo. When you get to that Virgo season, a lot of you that is on the 5, 6, 7 frequency, which is the Leo, the Taurus, the Aquarians, and the Leos, what is going to be happening is that your frequency and energy is going to get lower. It's going to be like hard. You could get more tired, that sort of a thing. Okay. So brace yourselves. Brace yourselves. Okay. Let's get in. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Okay. Fire signs. You gotta watch out in this month, and it's just so strange, but especially for Sagittarians and Ophiuchus, when you get to the week of the 22nd, it's going to be feeling good. Capricorn, Aries, and Librans, and Cancer also. Okay. So Taurus, you're going to be having a good month. The other person, is going to be the Librans. The other person is going to be Capricorns, and the other person is going to be Scorpion. So Librans and Scorpion, you're going to be absolutely getting a good month. And Pisces. So we have Taurus, Libran, Scorpions, Capricorn, and Pisces. And you guys see, I did it on camera, so it's not, and I can't. I basically can't do favoritism. Okay. All right. We're going to go deeper to find out what is happening. What is happening? Okay. What's coming to an end? Oh, okay. Aries, young men that was making a lot of money. Be careful. This could be coming to an end. Okay. If you are a fire sign person that, come up with some brilliant idea, and was making fast money, it's going to come to an end. So, in other words, if you're a pimp, a drug pusher, something in the alternative, be careful because it's going to come to an end. All right. Next energy of the Chariot. Yes, if some of you were thinking about buying a house or relocating or investing in property, it is a yes. Go for it. You will get the financial help. Okay, especially if you are a fan. The energy of the Empress. I told you she's going to be finding out something about her husband. Didn't have to bring the card out. I already told you guys that this Empress is going to be finding out something about her husband. And he has this little smug smile on his face because he's thinking, oh, so you're just finding out. I've been in love a whole time. I've been doing this. So, told you, there it is. You married women, and it's going to be public because it's in the house of public, the third house. It's going to be very public. How you're going to be finding out that your husband has been having an affair. Okay? So be careful. The secrets. Yes, they're going to be finding out that you Cancers created a crime, the energy of the theft. Not all of you, you know who you are. So they're going to be finding out that a Cancer person was stealing. Whoever this Cancer person is between the age of 18 and 45. This person was basically, like ending up with people in their beds, and when they're sleeping, they were taking little things. It could be someone who was skimming information of her partner's computer, like her partner could have, work at a big corporation, and she and her little criminal organization they were skimming from off people. They were connected to multiple people, tablets, telephone, desktops, people personal thing. I was scamming. They were making a lot of money. So Cancers, I don't know who you are and how you got involved with it. But they're going to be finding out. It is in your house, Cancer. We can't change that. Okay? Let me put the cards here. Because a lot of people, did you know that? Okay. The energy of the devil. Yeah, someone did something. Someone drugged someone. They're going to be finding out, especially if you're friends, or there was a drug incident where someone was drug overdose. They're going to be finding out that a friend did it to some of you, okay? They're going to be finding out that this friend indulged with drugs with multiple people. It is their sort of relief, okay? So this person is someone who is connected with multiple people that do drugs. It's like, it's their way of getting through the weekend, the day. All right. So this person is someone that connects with people who are drug addicts. Okay. And yeah, I don't want to discuss it, but some people just think, okay, but if I pop a pill or whatever, then yeah. If you're not sick, then you shouldn't be taking a pill. All right. And you can live without it. All right. So judgment call. With the energy of judgment call and Virgos, Sagittarian, Geminis, Pisces, I'm warning you because this could be you. If you were hooking up with the neighbor or someone at work, if you were flirting with the neighbor, someone at work, or someone you have some sort of a connection with, but this is like you flirting with the neighbor, you having a hooking up with people in your neighborhood, it is all going to be coming out. Okay? It's all going to be coming out. And your partner is going to be finding out about this. So, public. See the married woman in the house, the third house in public, being embarrassed. Okay. Because she found her husband. So, poly relationships. Okay, so there are people, I had no idea that people do this. I don't know, people, humans are, yeah, weird. Okay, so there are people who have poly relationships. Okay, they want to have two, three people. Some of them have secret lives. So this is going to be coming out. Okay, but like whoever it's coming out is someone who is very close to the partner, and I think that that is going to be creating a lot of challenges for people. All right, let's go. Well, let's go. Okay, so yes, anything to do with you know, buying, investing in properties, buying, this is going to be good. Okay, if there was some sort of a problem or issue, it's going to be resolved. Okay, so let's say there were divorce, separation, whose house is it, that sort of a thing. Expect the Capricorn, the Cancers, the Libran is going to be having a big win with that. Okay, the Fool. Oh yeah. So this energy of the Fool, Scorpions, if there was some sort of an issue where your information was used, they are going to be making this correction. So like a lot of you Cancers, you could have found out that your identity was stolen or someone used your information or your identity. It is going to be restored. So you're going to be getting clean papers, you know, and it's going to be restored. Okay. So this is good because there is, and in this sense, with this new start, Scorpions, you're going to be getting this. Scorpions, Aquarians, not Leos. Well, they could be finding out, looking deeper at an Aquarian papers, some sort of a legal issue. If Aquarians have legal issue, they're going to be looking deeper. But the people who are going to be getting it is like Taurus, Pisces, Capricorns, clean paper, clean slate. Okay, so the Fool with this card above it, that means they're going to be cleansing or removing people or things that has access to your identification, your name, your family, your information. They're going to be cleaning it. You're going to be getting a clean slate. All right, the ninth house, ladies and gentlemen. So, ladies and gentlemen, be careful of the ninth house. The ninth house is the house of Jupiter, the house of luck. I don't know, but I've been seeing this. Whenever it comes to August, the house of luck, there's always something major happening. Go back and check out all my readings. And I've been here for 11 years on YouTube. August is always a month in the ninth house that there's major situation. Okay? We're going to be finding out what is this major situation. Okay? So the Tower moment and the energy of this Tower moment in the ninth house, it's about, I told you it could be something to do with foreigners, illegal situation that was going on, that is going to be found out. So they're like investigating a huge corruption in many different countries. Yeah. So that is going to come to an end. Okay. It has to do with foreign. The ninth house has to do with overseas, foreign country, a different place. But it also spiritually, is the house of luck. The ninth house is the house of luck. Jupiter, the house of Jupiter. Okay. But check out in your own personal zodiac readings what exactly is happening in your zodiac ninth house. Okay. And especially Sagittarian and Ophiuchus, Pisces, Geminis and Virgos need to look at what's going on in their ninth house. Okay. So go back to your own readings and look what's in your ninth house. All right. The world. Okay. So women, especially Capricorn women or women that carries the frequency and energy of the 10th house. This is the Aries, Librians, Cancer, but especially Capricorn women. This is going to be an unbelievable, a situation is going to be finally coming to an end. And we're talking about women 50 years and older. Okay, so it's going to be affecting a lot of Capricorn women, but especially women 50 years and older. A situation you were dealing with is going to finally be resolved and come to an end. Okay. All right, what's coming out for the Aquarians? Yeah, so they're finding out something about a young Aquarian woman. I did see it. Do you remember when we were going through the other deck? I said Aquarian women. It really came up. She came up in the reverse because something came out about a young Aquarian woman. This woman is between the ages of 18 and 35, 18 and 40. Okay, 18 and 40. If you're a woman, an Aquarian woman between the age of 18 and 40, something is coming out. And it has to do with papers, because that's the energy of the 5th house. Do you remember we look and I said something is going to be coming out? So they're looking at your legal documents. Okay, so Aquarian women between the age of 18 and 45, they're going to be looking deeper at your legal documents, like how you get in a place. You know, they're going to be checking the background. They're going to be checking your background. Okay. And I see this Aquarian woman, if you recognize, she's looking kind of, yeah, well, I hope they don't see that, or I hope they don't see that, okay? But for Scorpions, it's going to be a go. Okay? Last and final energy, yes, Pisces men. Pisces men. Pisces men. Pisces men. You Pisces men and an Aquarian man could be, but this is going to be, the luck is for Pisces men on a whole. But if a Pisces man decide to collaborate with an Aquarian man in business, it could be good, because the energy of the star is saying whatever collaboration, Pisces, if you do some sort of a collaboration with an older person, it's going to be a success. Okay? It's definitely going to be a success. Okay, I can go for hours for these, but I won't. So it's going to be a wonderful month, except for the people who are junkies on drugs. Yeah, you need to get off. You need to find help. Okay, especially people who recreate by drugs. You know, there are just some people weekend and then they pop pills and that sort of a thing. Yeah, I had no idea that these people exist. I thought people do it just for going to the clubs, but apparently people just wait until the weekend and they pop. Okay. Whoever this person, these people are, because it's in the house of pleasure, something is going to be happening to give someone a wake-up call. If it doesn't happen the first week of August, it's going to be happening sometime in August. It could be an overdose that someone, or someone that they're with, get an overdose and the drugs came from them. And it's going to be pointing back that the drugs came from them. Okay. So it is a friend of yours. Not seeing you guys being, but you got to check out to see what's coming up in your zodiac chart. Okay. All right. I was guided to use these. Let me get some positive news. Let's get some positive news for August. Let's get some positive news. Okay, so we see, yeah, this dilemma. Okay, so we have this dilemma. That means, some of you are basically just going to be deluded in a situation. And if you notice where it fell on the pleasure, the devil. Okay, sits on the pleasure, the devil, devastation. Okay, I can advise someone, if you're hooking up at a hotel with someone else's partner, they're going to be finding this person, finding you in the hotel. It's not going to be resolved in a positive way. Okay, um, a lot of people don't know that, but a lot of men think that it is just um, to go with someone else's partner. So it could be business partner and they hook up with their wife or their husband or so. I just think that's very distasteful. But there are people that get their kicks out of it. Now enjoy, but you might just end up with the A or the H. Okay, so we have imagine. This is the energy of sunlight. This is positive. Okay, so we have imagine. So the tower moment in the ninth house is bringing down an end to something. So some of you could be mentally blocked. This is going to be released in the month of August. Okay, and then you can just align your energies and yourself. Okay, it's like, I don't know how long you guys follow me, but this is a learning channel, and I give certain example. I think I have to go get cola. When I returned to Europe 2019, for I think a year, I was just on power down. I don't know if you guys have this. So you're working on autopilot. Okay? So you're doing things, but you're on autopilot. There's no emotion, there's no, you don't even eye contact with people. If you were someone who you're just on iPilot. Okay, and I had that because what happened to me in the airport, and then only to find out when I came back to Europe that my son just went missing and the family hasn't seen my son. I was on autopilot for a year. Even through the corona, I was on autopilot. You just get up every day and you do what you need to do, but you are basically on autopilot. Okay? And a lot of people don't know that you can set yourself on autopilot. If you are mentally tired, you can set yourself on autopilot. And this is it. People don't know how amazing you are as a person. And I used to look at, when people complain, I used to look at people and just think, you're weak. Because I never have any time to complain. It is this and it's that. And, ask another Capricorn person, they don't complain. Capricorn people are people who look for a resolution. Okay? So, the eyes, conflicts, concentrate. Okay? So, a lot of you, concentration, because whatever is ending, let's say that there was people working witchcraft and that sort of a thing, it's going to break. And if you think that someone is working witchcraft on you, Just take a plane, fly over the ocean. Okay, there's just simple things, ladies and gentlemen. So concentrate on things, because here it is, the secrecy. Okay, and this is why the name of it is secrecy. Whatever people holds, or whatever people secrets that people think that they owe, it always comes out. Okay, and the last and final energy, we have the energy of reunion. Oh my God, this is beautiful. A reunion. So at the end of the month, there's going to be some sort of a reunion. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't have to be the end of the month, but it can be the week, the third week. Okay, there is going to be a reunion. Okay, a reunion is going to be coming up. So I don't know if it's someone returning home but there's some sort of a reunion. So Scorpions, if something had happened to your identity, or you Scorpion, was missing, lost, or what, they're going to be re-giving you this. Okay, reunion. You Aquarian women are going to be reunited with a Pisces. Alrighty. Okay, so Aquarian women, I see you're missing someone. Whoever this person is, you're going to be reuniting with them, but it's going to be like the end of August. For some of you, it's going to be the end of August. So it's like someone who, yeah, this reunion with this Pisces person, because it's definitely a Pisces person for you Aquarians. There's some sort of a reunion with a Pisces person that you're going to be just so out of it. So yeah, I'm seeing Aquarian women and Pisces, but this is like a young Aquarian woman and an older Pisces person. I don't know if this is a family member or a father or something like that. Okay, so I see some sort of a reunion, connecting with family, end of August. So that is going to be absolutely positive. All right, so let's get some message. It's really not a bad month, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we're going to be looking at the unknown situations. What's happening in the month of August? Okay, the gift of darkness. I told you, it's gonna come to an end. 9th house, spirituality. There are gifts in the darkness. Discover the treasures within it. Okay, so like, ladies and gentlemen, this was what I was saying. Not all witches are dark. Okay, I think witches are more spiritual because they work with the natural remedies, the earth remedies, and that sort of a thing. So the gift of darkness, and when we call it the gift of darkness, is that you have to be in this darkness in order to find your light. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen, I know what that is all about. Okay, you have to be in the darkness in order to find the light. Okay, I spent 8 years after my mom died in darkness. That was when you think, why her? Why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? And you try to really come up with. Then I got a burnout. I was totally stressed because then my mom died and I couldn't save her. And that's when you go in the darkness, the dark night of the souls, they call it. But then you come out finding the light. After all of that, I wrote 2 books, and I really understand what it is what is spirituality. Okay, and it's spirituality is just very easy. It's the universal laws. You know, if you want to know them, they're on my website, so you can go do a search on. I have the universal law. Go check it out. So always you have to hit rock bottom. Okay, and in this way you have to lose someone. If you have never ever lost a parent or lost a child or lost a husband, you will never know what it is. Okay, so like narcissistic, they get narcissistic bruises is when they're being exposed, because narcissistic, they are pretentious people. They have no identity of themselves. So they walk around with a mask their own entire life, and they mimic people. So when they, get a real hit of whoa, that's when they kind of change. All right. Wow, I do it. All right, so unknown horizons. So good things is going to be happening. Hope and possibility. Good things are going to be happening. What a lovely way to end the month of August. Ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate you stopping by. Please remember to subscribe, set your notification buttons on. I am just doing free readings only when sometimes I will do special readings and just hang it up. Maybe there's something special, but I'm just doing free readings. I'm starting to make a lot of changes on my website, so look out for the changes. Like I'm gonna put, because it's okay, you'll see the changes. Ladies and gentlemen, it was absolutely wonderful having you guys here. August is one of my favorite months. May and August. Please remember to like and share. Thumbs up these videos so they can pick up the rhythm. Okay, I have the rhythms, because Europe have a different EP address, and a lot of people in America said, are you still on YouTube? How comes I can't find it? And this is the reason. You gotta subscribe, or you gotta put on your notification button. If you don't subscribe or put on your notification button, that's when you lose me, okay? Because I'm on a total different EP address. Sometimes I use American EP address, but it is slow. The internet to upload is slower in America than here. So that is the reason why some of you don't get it. So please, thumbs up, share. If you just thumbs up, it will pick up the algorithm. Okay. Please don't forget to check out your extended readings. I do love you guys. Namaste.